Would Burkina Faso be left helpless if the West created a void in the economic and military sectors? It was expected that without Western help, Burkina Faso would struggle. But the number of nations ready to align with Burkina Faso shows how important this nation is to the world. No nation is leaving the chance to collaborate with it. Now Russia has come to fill the gap. But how far can Russia go to fill the gap left in Burkina Faso by the West? Any nation's efforts to align with another nation are directly related to the importance of that nation. The recent development in their relationship would be enough to understand Burkina Faso's importance in Russia's eyes. Russia has reopened its embassy in Burkina Faso after a closure of over 31 years. This signifies how important Burkina Faso has become for Russia. But why now? After 31 years, what makes Russia get close to Burkina Faso? Does it have to do with Russia filling the gap left by the West? Let's find out. Russia has reopened its embassy in Burkina Faso after a closure of over 31 years. But is this a strategic move aimed at fixing things that are not known to all? After more than 3 decades of closure, the recent reopening of the Russian embassy in Burkina Faso marks a symbolic moment in diplomatic history. It reflects a strategic move with far-reaching geopolitical implications for both nations involved. As we delve deeper into this reopening, it becomes apparent that Burkina Faso's decision to strengthen its ties with Russia is rooted in a complex web of geopolitical considerations. For Moscow, it represents a calculated effort to extend its influence strategically. Burkina Faso's pivot toward Russia is particularly noteworthy in light of the military coup that unfolded in 2022. This internal political disruption prompted Burkina Faso to reevaluate its international alliances, leading to a notable distancing from its historical partner and former colonial power, France. The shift in Burkina Faso's diplomatic stance is a clear response to the evolving global landscape, signaling the country's determination to chart an independent course in the face of political uncertainties. For Burkina Faso, aligning with Russia is not merely a diplomatic step, but a strategy to diversify its international relationships. The decision to reopen the Russian embassy is a tangible step towards forging new partnerships to serve Burkina Faso's interests in a changing geopolitical environment. It symbolizes the nation's quest for greater autonomy and a dynamic foreign policy tailored to its current circumstances. From Russia's perspective, the embassy's reopening in Burkina Faso aligns seamlessly with its broader geopolitical objectives. The strategic positioning of Burkina Faso in West Africa is of particular significance, and Russia recognizes the opportunity to extend its influence in a region that holds both economic and strategic importance. By cultivating stronger ties with Burkina Faso, Russia aims to establish a foothold in West Africa and expand its influence. This diplomatic resurgence is not confined to symbolic gestures. It sets the stage for substantive cooperation between the two nations. Beyond the embassy's reopening, there is potential for collaboration in various sectors, including trade, security, and cultural exchanges. As Burkina Faso and Russia embark on this renewed diplomatic journey, the groundwork laid now may pave the way for mutually beneficial partnerships that extend beyond traditional diplomacy. But why was the embassy closed in the first place? In 1992, the closure of the Russian embassy in Burkina Faso raised questions about why such a diplomatic outpost would be shut down. The answer lies in the financial difficulties that Russia was grappling with during that period, following the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The early 1990s marked a turbulent time for Russia as it underwent a profound economic transformation. The collapse of the Soviet Union brought about significant challenges, leading to a severe economic downturn. The newly independent Russia was in a financial crisis, with the government grappling to manage and allocate resources effectively. Faced with these economic hardships, the Russian government had to make tough decisions to navigate the complex landscape of diplomatic operations. One such decision was the closure of embassies in various countries, including Burkina Faso. The move was not an isolated incident, but rather part of a broader strategy aimed at streamlining diplomatic activities and reducing costs. Maintaining embassies is a costly affair, involving expenses related to staff salaries, facility maintenance, and other operational costs. In the face of financial constraints, the closure of certain diplomatic missions became a pragmatic response to the economic realities confronting Russia at the time. The decision to close the embassy in Burkina Faso was driven by the need to prioritize essential expenditures and allocate resources judiciously. The closure did not reflect any strained relations with Burkina Faso, but resulted from the financial challenges that compelled Russia to reassess its global diplomatic presence. This move did not signify a lack of interest in Burkina Faso or its people. Instead, it highlighted Russia's need to address its economic woes and make strategic choices to stabilize the nation. While the embassy's closure in Burkina Faso might have led to a temporary reduction in diplomatic engagement between the two countries, it did not indicate a permanent rupture of the relationship. Diplomatic ties can be resilient, and decisions such as embassy closures are often driven by immediate financial constraints rather than long-term geopolitical considerations. Over time, as Russia navigated through its economic difficulties and regained stability, diplomatic relations with Burkina Faso and other nations could be revisited. Such closures are common in international relations, where countries adapt to changing circumstances and reallocate resources based on their priorities. But what does the reopening indicate? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. The recent reopening of the Russian embassy in Burkina Faso symbolizes a diplomatic resurgence and a clear indicator of a more profound transformation in Burkina Faso's economic and political strategies. The decision to distance itself from France, its historical ally, signifies a strategic move to lessen dependence on traditional partners and explore fresh avenues for collaboration, highlighting Burkina Faso's commitment to forging diversity and dynamic international relationships. By reopening the embassy, Burkina Faso is not just renewing diplomatic ties but signaling a strong intent to engage in substantive economic and political cooperation with Russia. This diplomatic shift reflects Burkina Faso's recognition of Russia as a crucial partner in pursuing development goals. The strategic decision to diversify partnerships offers Burkina Faso access to alternative sources of investment, technology, and expertise. This move indicates a practical desire to tap into collaboration's economic and political benefits with Russia. One of the primary implications of this shift is the potential for increased economic cooperation between Burkina Faso and Russia. By embracing a more diverse set of partners, Burkina Faso aims to attract investments to bolster its economic development initiatives. Russia, in turn, benefits from exploring new markets and opportunities in Burkina Faso, further solidifying the economic aspect of this diplomatic rekindling. Moreover, the reopening of the embassy signals a willingness on the part of Burkina Faso to engage in meaningful political collaboration with Russia. This strategic move allows Burkina Faso to navigate the global political landscape more flexibly, unburdened by historical alliances. It opens avenues for dialogue and cooperation on international issues, presenting both nations with an opportunity to align their political interests on a broader scale. Diversifying diplomatic ties is a pragmatic response to changing global dynamics and a proactive effort to create a more resilient and adaptive foreign policy. Burkina Faso's decision to reopen the embassy in collaboration with Russia is emblematic of a broader trend where nations seek a multipolar approach, fostering relationships that enhance their autonomy and influence on the world stage. Can Russia extend a helping hand to Burkina Faso? In a diplomatic goodwill and solidarity demonstration, Russia has pledged to send 25,000 tons of wheat to Burkina Faso as emergency humanitarian aid. Beyond being an immediate response to urgent needs, this gesture serves strategic purposes, shedding light on Russia's commitment to supporting allies and its efforts to foster positive relations. First and foremost, the provision of emergency humanitarian aid highlights Russia's dedication to standing by its allies during times of crisis. By extending tangible support, in this case through a substantial quantity of wheat, Russia addresses Burkina Faso's immediate needs. It reinforces the perception of Moscow as a reliable and supportive partner. This commitment to humanitarian assistance can significantly strengthen diplomatic ties, showcasing Russia's reliability as a nation willing to provide practical aid when it matters most. Secondly, Sending humanitarian aid is a powerful diplomatic tool that can shape public sentiment in Burkina Faso. Beyond the geopolitical arena, Russia's generosity can resonate with the Burkinabe people, fostering positive feelings toward the nation. In times of crisis, such as the humanitarian challenges Burkina Faso may face, international aid can profoundly impact public perception. By actively addressing urgent needs, Russia can build a positive image in Burkina Faso, potentially laying the foundation for deeper, more enduring diplomatic ties. This humanitarian assistance goes beyond immediate relief efforts. It represents a strategic investment in soft power. Soft power, the ability to shape perceptions and build relationships through attraction and appeal, can play a crucial role in diplomatic initiatives. Through this humanitarian gesture, Russia not only aids Burkina Faso in a time of need, but also positions itself favorably in the hearts and minds of the Burkinabe people. Furthermore, providing wheat as a humanitarian aid aligns with Burkina Faso's essential needs, addressing a fundamental aspect of food security. This targeted assistance not only showcases Russia's sensitivity to the specific challenges faced by Burkina Faso, but also highlights the practicality and relevance of its aid. Such focused support can have a lasting impact on the perception of Russia as a nation that understands and responds to the unique needs of its allies. Apart from the help and the economic landscape on which the two nations are collaborating, there is another sector. And collaboration in this sector is aimed at making both nations strong. Yes, we are talking about the nuclear energy partnership. Is this meant to scare Western nations? The recent agreement between Burkina Faso and Russia to construct a nuclear power plant marks a significant turning point in Burkina Faso's energy course. This strategic move from Russia to embrace nuclear technology represents a diversification of energy sources and heralds a transformative chapter in Burkina Faso's quest for sustainable and advanced energy solutions. Burkina Faso's decision to construct a nuclear power plant is a calculated step towards addressing its burgeoning energy demands over the long term. This move aligns seamlessly with the country's broader development goals, where achieving increased energy self-sufficiency and reducing reliance on traditional sources are paramount. By embracing nuclear technology, Burkina Faso aims to secure a stable and efficient energy supply to propel its economic growth and development initiatives. The nuclear power plant signifies a departure from conventional energy sources, offering Burkina Faso the opportunity to harness a more reliable and substantial energy output. Nuclear energy, known for its efficiency and low carbon footprint, can play a pivotal role in meeting Burkina Faso's growing energy needs while contributing to global sustainability goals. This strategic shift positions Burkina Faso as a forward-thinking nation committed to embracing innovative solutions for its energy challenges. From Russia's standpoint, the collaboration on a nuclear power plant in Burkina Faso is not merely a business deal, but a diplomatic and technological showcase. It presents an opportunity for Russia to demonstrate its prowess in nuclear technology and solidify its influence in the African energy sector. By partnering with Burkina Faso in such a critical project, Russia positions itself as a key player in the country's pursuit of cutting-edge and sustainable energy solutions. This collaboration reinforces Russia's role as a reliable partner for nations seeking advanced technological expertise in diverse sectors, including energy production. Furthermore, this partnership opens avenues for knowledge exchange and skills transfer, contributing to Burkina Faso's capacity building in nuclear energy. The collaborative effort addresses Burkina Faso's immediate energy needs and lays the groundwork for long-term collaboration between the two nations in technological advancement and energy innovation. But why does Russia and Burkina's nuclear energy collaboration mean too much to both states? The collaborative venture between Russia and Burkina Faso in the nuclear energy sector holds immense importance for both states, primarily due to the strategic implications of filling a crucial void left by the West. Burkina Faso's decision to engage with Russia on nuclear energy is rooted in diversifying its partners and decreasing dependency on France, its historical partner and former colonial power. This strategic shift is a diplomatic and fundamental aspect of Burkina Faso's efforts to secure its energy future. The collaboration involves a deal with the Russian state energy company Rosatom to construct a nuclear plant within Burkina Faso. This ambitious project is integral to Burkina Faso's national goal of achieving 95% electricity coverage, a milestone with significant implications for the nation's development and progress. The collaboration becomes particularly meaningful as it addresses a gap left by the West. The failure of Western nations to export nuclear power stations to Burkina Faso has created an opportunity for Russia, China, and North Korea to step in and meet the country's energy needs. This partnership goes beyond business transactions. It symbolizes a strategic alignment of interests, with Russia playing a pivotal role in supporting Burkina Faso's aspirations for energy self-sufficiency. For Burkina Faso, the collaboration offers a lifeline to bridge the energy gap and achieve its developmental objectives. By turning to Russia, Burkina Faso secures access to advanced nuclear technology and ensures the realization of its ambitious electricity coverage targets. The partnership represents a concrete step towards reducing reliance on traditional allies and forging new paths in the global energy landscape. On the other hand, for Russia, this collaboration reinforces its position as a reliable and technologically advanced partner in the international arena. Russia is key in addressing global energy challenges by stepping in where the West has hesitated. The partnership with Burkina Faso allows Russia to showcase its nuclear capabilities, bolstering its influence in the African energy sector and contributing to the nation's broader geopolitical objectives. So, in the end, what does the opening of a new embassy mean to both nations? The reopening of the embassy in Burkina Faso holds significant implications for both nations, transcending symbolic gestures to become a catalyst for tangible economic and nuclear advancements. The revival of the embassy is not a mere symbolic act. Rather, it represents a pragmatic step towards fostering increased coordination in foreign policy between Russia and Burkina Faso. Enhancing coordination in the complex and dynamic international landscape is crucial for both nations to navigate geopolitical challenges effectively. With a physical presence in Burkina Faso, Russia can actively engage in bilateral discussions, align priorities, and coordinate responses to regional and global challenges. This increased coordination extends beyond diplomatic necessities. It is a practical mechanism for both nations to synchronize their efforts on economic and nuclear developments. The embassy's reopening becomes a pivotal platform for building trust, understanding, and collaborative frameworks. In the economic domain, the embassy's reopening signifies a commitment to deeper economic engagement. Russia can more effectively explore and facilitate economic opportunities by having a diplomatic outpost in Burkina Faso. It provides a direct channel for negotiations, trade discussions, and exploring investment possibilities. This increased diplomatic engagement can lead to the creation of economic partnerships, trade agreements, and mutually beneficial ventures that contribute to the economic development of both nations. Furthermore, the embassy's reopening is crucial in advancing nuclear developments between Russia and Burkina Faso. A physical diplomatic presence allows for more streamlined communication and cooperation on the intricacies of nuclear projects. The embassy serves as a hub for discussing technical details, ensuring efficient implementation, and addressing any challenges that may arise during the construction of the nuclear power plant. This direct communication channel enhances the effectiveness of collaboration in the nuclear energy sector, contributing to the realization of Burkina Faso's energy goals. Even if it's aligning more with Russia, why is Burkina Faso letting the West go? A strategic imperative drives Burkina Faso's decision to move away from Western collaboration, to diversify partnerships and reduce reliance on historical allies, particularly France. This shift has been highlighted by a reluctance from the West, especially in exporting nuclear power stations to Burkina Faso. Russia, China, and North Korea have stepped in to fill this void, signaling economic cooperation and a commitment to treating Burkina Faso as a respected and valued partner. The first aspect of Burkina Faso's strategic shift is the pursuit of diversified partnerships, a departure from historical ties with France. This move is rooted in a desire for greater autonomy in foreign relations and reducing dependence on traditional allies. The decision to explore collaborations with nations beyond the West aligns with Burkina Faso's ambition to engage with a broader spectrum of partners, each contributing uniquely to the nation's development goals. The reluctance of the West, particularly in exporting nuclear power and exploiting Burkina Faso, has further fueled this shift. In response, Russia, China, and North Korea have emerged as willing collaborators, filling the market gap left by Western reservations. This addresses Burkina Faso's immediate needs and positions these nations as reliable partners in facilitating the country's advancements in nuclear energy. Russia's approach to collaborating with Burkina Faso extends beyond economic interests. The emphasis on making Burkina Faso a mere recipient of services and treating it as a respectable partner reflects a fine diplomatic approach. Russia recognizes the value of Burkina Faso and is committed to engaging with the nation on equal terms. This approach indicates a collaborative spirit beyond transactional relationships, emphasizing mutual respect and understanding. Do you think any African nation now needs the West? What caused the African nations, especially Burkina Faso, to be fed up with the West? Was it the collaboration's terms or the exploitation that led to this? Let us know in the comment section if Burkina Faso will ever let the West take dominance again. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.